Hello. 6 months ago, the arrow died. But what he stood for didn't. That is, archery and whatever that crap is. So, I'm going to teach you today how to make his bow and arrow, because it looks so cool.
Things you'll need: rubber bands, steel wires about the size of toothpicks, scissors, paint, box cutters or X-Acto knives, a Dremel, and some kind of permanent marker for marking out, brushes, EVA foam. The first step is to draw out your design and kind of so get an idea on how the parts work. Now this little thing spins on this axis, same with there, and then when it spins there'll be a little thing on there which will spin and stretch this rubber band. It has to be a really long one, and that will mean that whenever you pull this back, this will spin and stretch that back and snap back every time you let go. Now once you've got all 3 layers of this, you can go ahead and draw out your hole design, because in the CW Arrow there are really cool hole designs. Now I can't make them very detailed like they are in the series, because it's gonna be very weak once I do cut these circles out. So I've just made them very basic and very linear so that it looks cool but not too boring. And yeah, so those are just gonna be there so that I know where to cut out later. So now once you got that done, grab a marker and draw a line where you're gonna put a long strip of PVC. This is gonna support the thing, and so that it can so that it will be stable, because PVC is plastic, and yeah, hopefully it will make a structure that's not bendy. I only use EVA foam because I plan to use this as a prop, which I will hit people with, and that's really fun. So this line right here is where I'm gonna stick the PVC into the thing. I'm gonna get the middle piece, cut a little slot into it where the PVC can be fit into. Now after you've drawn the line and you know where you're gonna slide the PVC into the structure to make it strong, you can grab a sheet of PVC. It could be a sheet or a tube like the ones I have over there. If you have a sheet, it will be much easier because you can just cut them up, but since I don't have that and I don't have the money to keep buying stuff like this, I'm just gonna get a roll of PVC or a tube and just cut it up and heat it up so that it's flat. Now, to find out how much PVC you would need, it's really simple. You would just need to get a ruler and measure the part of the line, and then just add all of these up. For me, it's 11 centimeters, 29 centimeters, 6, and 10.5 centimeters. Yes, I use the metric system. You get a ruler, mark it down right there. So for me, I'm gonna use about 46.5 centimeters of material, so I'm gonna get a hacksaw and just cut it off straight there. Then once I've cut it, I will get a small rectangle and fold it in half so that it will be very strong. This will be put into the middle of this to make it stronger. Now once you cut out your little rectangle of PVC, you're gonna want to use a heat gun or like an open flame or something, but I suggest using a heat gun because it's safer. So you're just gonna heat this up until you can bend it, and once you do, it's gonna bend like this and just fold it in half. Now I'm gonna have a footage of this, and then I'm gonna speed it up so that you guys can see how it's done. Now once you got a nice 2-layer stick of PVC, you can now get the measurements from the lines that you drew on your thing and just slap them onto the PVC. And now once you got those lines on in, you can just heat it up again and start bending it. Now getting the middle piece, you want to get this plastic thing, paste it there, then trace out where it's going to be. Then you're going to get a box cutter or just something that can cut through foam and cut that line out. once that's done, you can just glue it into the slot, and you've got yourself a really steady skeleton. Next step is to get one of your outside pieces and cut a groove into it. Now, I use the Dremel to do this. It's pretty easy. You just get the cutting bit that spins, and just like carve out a groove that can fit this thing in. It's actually harder than it looks, because you have to first of all put this on top of the layer, then sketch out where the line's gonna go, then you cut it, and you have to also take into account how deep it has to go in. So yeah, it's a really tough process, but once you're done, you just slap it on there and it will make the whole bow sturdier. Now you have to do that for the other last piece, and then you're done with the main body. Now that you have glued together all of the pieces, you will be left with a strong shape that can swing side to side, you know, do everything that you would normally like a movie prop to do. Like, if you're not gonna make it look like the CW one, you can probably just leave it like this, add circles to these little hinges right there, and just call it a compound bow. But I would like mine to look like the one from Arrow, because that design is really cool and it looks cool when you fire it. So right now all you need to do is to make the recurve parts of the bow that will swing back and forth. These will be the actual bow thing that launches the arrow forward. I haven't thought about it, but it might be able to fire a wooden arrow, which is made from a wooden stick and then some stuff in the end. I don't know, I might make it fire, I might not, depending on how strong it turns out to be. But as of right now, it's just going to be a movie prop.